Hello everyone, today we're going to learn about the International Space Station, or the ISS. So, at the end I'd like to show you something after this. So, we have this rocket here, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but the external tank is this part up here. And then if you go below, next is the crew cabin where the crew stays. Solid rocket booster. And then the orbiter, wing, and main engines. That's how the rocket works. And then once they blast off, once they're not in Earth's atmosphere anymore, out of Earth in space, then this whole part, except for the crew cabin, knocks off. And then it's only the crew in space. So after this, I would like to show you some things. So this is the one of the satellites that International Space Station took out. Very first one. And it is, I'll read the caption, the International Space Station on May 23rd, 2010. As seen from the disappearing space shuttle Enceladus, I think. So, this is the International Space Station. And here is a picture of astronauts actually in space repairing. They're repairing, I think it's another satellite, or the Hubble telescope, I think. This one, that's the Hubble telescope over here. Wait, so they're repairing the Hubble telescope here. And here's a timeline. We'll read that last. It's the longest part. So this is living on the space station. So here's a fun fact. Did you know if you don't exercise on space, you'll lose your muscle mass? Your muscle mass. Why did I say math? What did I just say? Mass. And here's how so how do we stay on the ground? If you guys don't know, it's because of gravity. In space, if you ask why are there hamburgers or whatever that food is floating up in the sky, because there's no gravity. Gravity is the force that holds us down. So here is where the window is. That's what I was talking about later. If mom was there, that's what I was talking about. And here is, I think that's where they sleep, actually. That's where they sleep. And then here's where I don't know where that is in a spaceship. And here is where the computers are, actually. There's computers in the space station. I've seen that on the Oculus. There's that cool space app on there. And when you go on the missions, they have those computers up there. Whatever you do, they have the computers. And they're actually, you can type, but you can't type on them. But you can kind of hold and just kind of clickety-clack, you know? So then, it is big enough to cover an entire football field, the ISS, or the International Space Station. It's that big. It's probably as big as this porch right here, you know? Probably as big as that. But, so I'll show you something. Here we have, so here's another fact. Because the human body tends to lose muscle and bone mass, the zero-gravity environments, all astronauts aboard the ISS must work out for at least 2 hours a day to combat these effects. So, it is fast. The ISS is very fast. 90 minutes. To orbit the Earth, it takes 90 minutes. How cool is that? That is crazy. At 2,500 kilometers, or 15,000 miles per hour. 1,500 miles per hour, that is insane. That is super fast. I cannot imagine how fast that would be. Do you have any questions on why they have to sleep like this? It's like an ordinary bed almost. It's just space. Huh?
You think they have to strap themselves in?
Probably. Like a camping bag, you know?
Yeah.
It's just more complicated. Advanced camping bag. Like you get into it, but you're floating almost. And then you have to zip it up. So I've actually been there on my Oculus game, where you see the little hole. Those were the computers were. So now we're going to look up at the history of space travel key. This is not all the history of space. We cannot cover it in all one paper. So this is just a couple facts about it. So we're going to learn about that. First satellite to orbit the Earth. First animal. So the first satellite to orbit the Earth was October 4th, 1957. Long time ago. First animal in orbit, November 3rd, 1957. First man in space, April 12th, 1961. First American in orbit, February 20th, 1962. It's even closer. First moon landing, July 20th, 1969. First Soviet space station. Do you know what the Soviet Union is? It's Russia's spacecrafts. They were before the American. Russia got it before the American. It's actually right, Mom.
No.
They did it before the Americans. So, that's what they did. And here's our last one. Expeditions have included male and female crew members from many nations. So you could put like 6 people in there with a bunch of visitors. And it's made to support a crew with 6 people plus visitors, what I just said. The ISS was slowly assembled by internal space flights over crews of the span of 10 years. That is like so long. Over 2,000 different people have lived there over the years. Whoa. That is really, really cool. The ISS can be seen from Earth with the naked eye, and it is the largest artificial satellite that has ever orbited Earth. To find out when you can see the ISS, visit Spot the Investigation, or if you're on your computer right now wanting to search for it, it is SPOT THESTATION period NASA period GOV period. So that's where you can get to see the satellites. I bet me and my mom are going to see it. So inside the ISS, there are 2 bathrooms and a gym and a 360-degree view bay window among the other rooms. That is cool. The International Space Station is cool. Our lesson's over now. I wanted to show you something.
Do you have a question behind your board for everybody?
Oh, yes, we do. Almost forgot.
You can just put it on the ground.
Do you think that the ISS works together with American and others? Put in the comment section below. Bye, everyone.